Hello and welcome to our MIPCOM Hot Pick feature with ITV Studios. And today we're exploring the world of factual entertainment with a special guest from Plimsoll Productions. Joining me is Karen Plum, Head of Factual Entertainment, here to talk about Shark, Celebrity Infested Waters, a brand new series making its debut at MIPCOM that blends compelling natural history and adrenaline-fueled entertainment. This ambitious format takes ocean-phobic celebrities to the Bahamas to face off with some of the Pacific's most terrifying predators, all while shedding a new light on the vital role sharks play in our ecosystems. Karen, thanks for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a pleasure to join you.
Yeah, well, I mean, amazing show that we're going to be talking about now that you're in development and I know you're going to be in production very shortly. First of all, tell us about the concept of Shark, Celebrity Infested Waters.
What makes this show so special is it brings a brand new audience to wildlife programming. So many of these great shows that Plimsoll Production makes and is well known for have a ready-made audience, but we're preaching to the converted with that. What we wanted to do is bring entertainment to this genre and bring a whole new audience. The 9 o'clock ITV audience don't naturally turn to wildlife. So we sat in a room and we thought, how can we do this? And we created Shark, Celeb Infested Waters, which is a big, bold, ambitious reality format where we take an ensemble cast of celebrities and we put them cage-free into the water with sharks. But this isn't just entertainment for entertainment's sake. It's got a conservation purpose at its heart, which is getting people to understand that sharks have so much more to fear from us than we do from them. But we're going to make it entertaining so that people watch from the beginning right to the end.
So how did it come about then? How did this show concept, because it's a brilliant concept.
It came about because, it's quite a difficult market at the moment. And we were just looking at what's our USP, what can Plimsoll do that nobody else can do? Everyone's looking for bigger, bolder, fewer. And we thought, what's our bigger, bolder, fewer? And we have an amazing, one of the world's leading wildlife departments. We also have an adventure department where we take people up mountains and we do some of the most dangerous television, in the market. And then I run factual entertainment. We thought, there's something unique. No other company has as much cross-genre as that. And we thought, well, what can we do? And we said, let's do what we call Wildlife Plus or Adventure Plus. So bringing entertainment in that. And we got our development team and we locked ourselves in a room and we thought, what can we do? And we talked around the subject and then the most iconic animal of all came up, sharks. And then we developed a reality show around that. And it was very exciting to pitch because people immediately you've got something exciting, an iconic animal, a production company that can do entertainment and wildlife. And we sold it really quickly, which is quite unusual in this market.
Yeah, and many factual entertainment shows coincide with an anniversary. Everybody loves an anniversary to hook a show on. And this year is the anniversary of one of the biggest shark movies ever, right?
Yeah, that was a big eureka moment in our development. We were just sort of, looking on the internet, exploring sharks. It's like, oh my goodness, 2025 is 50 years of Jaws. And that not only is an amazing anniversary for us to work with, but it's really interesting narratively because what Jaws did for sharks was create, I think all of us have been terrified of sharks since the advent of Jaws, and it created an untrue narrative that sharks are man-eaters who hunt people down and eat them. And that's just not the case at all. Sharks are really short-sighted. They only ever bite by mistake, and they almost never eat people. So we're hoping not only do we coincide that, but to address that narrative and reset it.
Yeah, it's really interesting actually, because you always see on the news when there's been a shark attack, even in Australia, right? But I imagine the incidences of people being killed or harmed by other natural animals in the wild is far more numerous than with sharks.
Yeah, I think we're all fundamentally quite petrified of sharks. It's a primordial fear. What lurks beneath the surface is always going to be scary, isn't it? Yeah. I think I'm right in saying that you're more likely to be killed by lightning than a shark.
Yeah.
But, that's bad for sharks, but also quite good for our programming because we're all fascinated by these iconic animals.
Yeah, and they're an apex predator, so they have a really important role to play in the ocean ecosystem, don't they?
Yes, as I found out, I'm not a wildlife producer. We have wildlife producers working in tandem with us on this project, but up to 275 million sharks are killed by human hand a year. As an apex predator, they play a vital role in the maintenance of the marine ecosystem. And it's extremely vital that people understand that. There have been laws on stopping the terrible practice of shark fin, but bycatch, ecosystem degradation, and bycatch, overfishing, and shark fin soup have really, really dramatically reduced the numbers.
Yeah. And how do you balance this entertainment aspect then with this natural history aspect of the show?
It's always going to be entertainment first. As producers, we are in the entertainment business, and we have our celebrities who are going to put themselves through quite an extreme and very interesting process to learn to dive with some of the biggest sharks on the planet out of cages. So that will be what pull people in. Also, the beauty of sharks is undeniable. We're going to one of the most beautiful islands on the planet with some of the most crystal clear waters. We'll be diving with these incredible animals. There'll also be dolphins and reefs. So it will be visually beautiful. You've got really interesting celebrities taking themselves out of their comfort zone. And then the experts who are setting the challenge. So we've got 3 world-class experts. We've got a shark scientist, a shark conservationist, and somebody who spent their entire lives campaigning about sharks. And they will set the challenge for the celebrities. So they are shark experts, and they will bring the knowledge into the programme all the time, reminding the celebrities what they're doing and giving them information about sharks as we go along. So entertainment first, education second.
And you mentioned the Bahamas. It's specifically shot in Bimini as well, which is a beautiful place. And I have to admit, I've been there myself. Yeah, and
you've got one up on me at the moment, then.
Well, it was a few years ago. You remember when NatP and Real Screen used to be sort of a couple of weeks apart. I had a layover of a week, and I was in Miami, and I thought, well, a 50-mile ferry ride, and I'm in Bimini. So I went there for a week, and it's an incredible place. Extraordinary number of sharks around. I mean, it really is shark-infested waters there. Presumably, that's the reason why you chose it, right? I mean, it's just because of the number of different species that you find there.
Yeah, my wildlife colleagues have said this is pretty much the only place we could do this show because we want to have encounters with so many different species of shark. And the Bahamas is a shark sanctuary in its entirety. And the shallow waters in the winter mean all the sharks come in. Our head of adventure has gone and done a recce. And as you said, there are an extraordinary amount of sharks. It's amazing. If you let nature be how it should be, the quantity of sharks is extraordinary. And I think there's 12 different species of shark around Bimini alone, and even more in the Bahamas. So the combination of the shallow waters, the migratory route, makes this the shark capital of the world. And also, because of that, scientists have been studying sharks there for, I think, nearly 40 years. So the sharks are habituated to humans. So everyone knows where they are and how they will behave, which makes doing something this audacious and potentially dangerous actually not that dangerous at all. Sharks recognise humans. They don't attack humans in this environment. And most of the scientists know the bigger sharks by name. Right. So it's a really good environment to operate in. And also, because Bimini is so small, as you've seen, it's just around the coast. You've got hammerheads here, you've got lemon sharks here, you've got rays here. So as a place to make a TV programme in, you don't have to spend that much time travelling. You can spend all your time having the shark experiences in crystal clear waters.
Well, that's the thing that I found. That I actually went swimming off a boat and I saw a tiger shark came quite close, which was 3 times the size of me. I could see hammerheads on the seafloor, And obviously there's nurse sharks who breed in the mangrove swamps there and everything. So it's an amazing place. So beyond this sort of excitement and celebrity factor, like we say, the show's got a strong sustainability message. Are you finding that broadcasters around the world there's a demand for sustainability related shows, entertainment shows?
Yeah, I think ITV have been amazing partners on this because we pitched it to ITV with a really strong conservation message, expecting it to be a little bit watered down as we moved into production. But they have been our partners in saying, let's keep the conservation message front and centre. And as people who, we're Plimsoll, we've been pitching and creating shows with conservation at their heart for a long time. But it just feels like everyone's stopped giving this subject lip service and is actually committing to it. So the conservation message has been a real bonus. And actually, as we look to take the format out, it's not just British broadcasters, it's Australian and French, and everyone's really picked up on the conservation message. The chance to make entertainment with a purpose feels like a new beginning. I don't think it would have happened 10 years ago.
No, well, absolutely, and we're seeing many audiences as well as broadcasters looking for shows that have got a sustainability message. I mean, do you think, as a factual entertainment producer, do you think this is the future?
I hope so, because Plimsoll's really well placed to do this. As I said before, it's our job to entertain first and educate second. Nobody wants to be lectured to. We want to find out information in an entertaining way that means we'll stay for the journey. So, but yes, absolutely. I think we've got to, haven't we? Our planet, as we've seen from the weather and everything in the news feeds at the moment, we've got to start turning our attention to this in a really important way. And I think, obviously, the storytellers, broadcasters, it's our job to do it.
Yeah. So turning to the celebrities and the entertainment aspect, how do you cast this? I mean, I know that you can't tell us who the celebrities are at the moment, but can you tell us how many celebrities there are going to be and how you actually cast them?
We're looking at 6 or 7 celebrities. We're really lucky because we can cast a really high calibre of celebrity because people want to take part in something that has purpose. And obviously, aligning yourself with a conservation message is very exciting for a lot of celebrities, but also it's a chance of a lifetime. These people are going to be diving with the most incredible sharks, with the best dive team in the world, with the best natural history team in the world. So for our celebrities, the reaction's been really exciting, and we say we're casting the Olympians of the celebrity world. Everybody we're talking to is extremely well known and really high profile. So
it's a good calibre. We're talking about an above average calibre of celebrity on this type of show.
Completely. And also what we can offer them is no elimination and no humiliation. This is a reality show, it's a format, but it's got integrity at its heart, and we're not looking to have high drama from our celebrities. What we're interested in is their relationship, yes, with each other, but also with the ocean and the sharks, and their journey from fear to appreciation.
Right.
And that narrative has made people quite comfortable. As an ensemble cast, of course, we're looking for fear, but to be honest, everybody's scared of sharks. That's not been a problem. Talking to people about our safety record, which is obviously very strong, making adventure programmes, has been at the heart of our conversations with celebrities. But we're looking for humour, we're looking for fun, we're looking for high profile. We want to bring as many people as we can. But we're looking for integrity and warmth. It is on the documentary side of factual entertainment more than the sort of I'm a celebrity reality side of entertainment. And so that's the sort of people we're looking for. But yes, fear, humour, great banter, all the usual things.
So when does production start then?
We are in full production already.
Right.
I think we're 4 weeks into production. We've got our second tech recce going out in 2 weeks' time. We have a full team on board. One of the sort of... It's a very difficult market at the moment, but it does mean you can hire really incredible people. We've got the absolute cream of all, the directors and camera people and everyone. We've got a really exciting team, and everyone's revving up, and we film on the 18th of November.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's all happening.
And the crew then. So are you again mashing up the documentary and the natural history as well as entertainment? Is that represented within the crew as well?
Absolutely. We've got sort of above crew and a below crew. As you can imagine, diving with celebrities, with sharks out of cages is a very big technical and safety feat. So we're working with our colleagues in the adventure department and, working with people like Secret Compass to make sure that we're completely across safety. And then we've got a whole wildlife team who are used to shooting sharks and shooting people underwater. And then above, we're working with factual entertainment format people. So we've got a big crew, but it's absolutely a hybrid team to bring out all the qualities that we need.
Yeah. And what keeps you up at night around this production then? What's the trickiest thing about this production, do you think?
Obviously, putting celebrities in the water with sharks is something we have to be forensic about every single detail. But weirdly, what keeps me up at night is schedule. Getting people in and out of wetsuits and putting masks on and making sure everyone's ready and making sure that we spend enough time getting the content and not too much time getting people ready. Scheduling a show like this, I mean, obviously we have an AD and it's not but scheduling, if the weather changes, if the sharks aren't there, getting everyone in and out of there, there's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of equipment. And, at no time must we be over-beguiled by the diving and the sharks. This is, it's a story about people going on a journey and making sure we create enough time in our schedule to do that. We're quite generous in our time. We're filming over 3 days per ep. Other territories that are thinking of, moving into commission have shorter time, but it is weirdly the logistics of moving people around in an unpredictable, quite wild. Bimini is thought of as, you went there on a break, but it's actually very remote.
Yeah.
It's a really remote, it's not a hostile environment, but it's a remote environment that can be subject to weather. And obviously you're dealing with wild animals. You can't produce the sharks to turn up. We know where they'll be. We're working with experts who know where they'll be, but just making sure the whole operation runs smoothly is something that concerns me.
Yeah. So this show's going out at MIPCOM, Karen, and lots of conversations are going to be happening between ITV Studios and buyers. So as a message to buyers, why should they buy this show?
It's going to be a super adrenaline-fueled reality format. It's co-viewing. It's going to be appointment to view. It's got some of the most iconic animals in the world. People are fascinated by sharks if they're 97 or if they're 7. And I think that opportunity to sit down and watch television with your family is something that's diminished. And I think this is going to be super entertaining. It's going to be beautiful. So, all those reasons. I think the appointment to view is particularly interesting. I think when you see sharks, Infested Waters, you're going to say, we're going to watch that.
All right, Karen Plum, Head of Factual Entertainment at Plimsoll Productions and producer of Shark Celebrity Infested Waters. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Enjoyed it.
Well, that's it for our MIPCOM Hot Pick show for today. Shark Celebrity Infested Waters from Plimsoll Productions, distributed by ITV Studios. That's it from Karen and me. Now back to the studio in Cannes.